often when I ask people, what is your current marketing strategy? What are you doing to get clients? Like, oh, I don't have a marketing strategy, but I'm posting on social media. I'm like, okay, that's great. But that isn't a strategy. It's an action. It's a thing that you're doing that creates visibility, keeps you current, keeps you present. And it's fantastic that you're doing that, because actually it's the hardest thing to keep up with, is that content treadmill of just putting stuff out and keeping it going and doing it constantly. Like, it's painful. It's really hard to do that. So kudos, but it isn't a strategy. What we need is a method to take people from, I don't know you, I don't like you, I don't trust you, like they are brand new connections, and warm them right up. But we need to do that in a way that is smart, is leveraged, and is actually going to get us results. We need a strategy. I'm going to give you something at the end of this session. It's going to get you 5 to 10 leads, regardless of whether you've got an email list or not. It's going to get you 5 to 10 brand new leads today if you implement it. Really quick, really simple. It's a bathing strategy. It means that you'll have something to build a little bit later as you fly, but it's going to be something that gets you some new leads today. So that is what we're going to do in terms of strategy. But first, I need to tee it up. I need you to understand why this is so important. When you put something out on social media in terms of a post, I've always said that 5% of your following are going to see any one thing that you post. I did some research this week. It's actually worse than that. It's worse than that. If you're on Facebook, it's 2%. If you're on Instagram, it's 2 to 4%. And LinkedIn is slightly higher at that 5 to 6%. But it is really low. And so when you put a post out, it's going to get seen by a load of people that don't know you. So you've got a lot of cold traffic, potentially, if it gets pushed and it gets a good reach. Then it's going to be mainly cold traffic. And out of the warm traffic, they're the people that are connected with you, following you, friends with you, whatever the terminology is based on whatever platform you are on. And so here's the thing, is that means you have to post a lot just to get seen. Now, the people that are in that 5%, we don't know how the algorithm works exactly. Otherwise, we'd all be manipulating and abusing and using it in the best possible ways. But what we do know is what is kind of obvious. And just pay attention to this on social media for yourself. When you engage with someone, or when someone engages with you, momentarily, temporarily, they show up in your feed. It's a fleeting moment. It doesn't happen for long. It doesn't carry out for days, but it's temporary. So what I mean by that is, if someone has just started following you, your content will show up in their feed. Their content will show up in your feed, potentially, if you're following them. So if it's Facebook and you've become friends, or LinkedIn, you've become connections, it's a sort of a double following, if you like. If it's Instagram, it's one-sided, but your stuff will show up in their feed and their stuff will show up in your feed. If you DM someone in the inbox, their stuff will show up in your feed. If you comment on someone's post, the algorithm will show you another post of theirs pretty soon. There's also silent engagement metrics, which is hovering on posts, clicking on posts to read captions, and sending posts to friends, the kind of things that the person who owns the post never sees, but actions that you take on that post that Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn can see. These contribute to you seeing that content in your feed again in the future. However, it's only going to show up momentarily. If you don't engage with it again, then it'll just tail off and they'll show you cat videos or whatever it is that they think's going to get you. I'm like envisioning this like boardroom of like little men that are all pulling levers and showing you things in the algorithm. Essentially, the things that you engage with are the things that you see. Now, who do you engage with most on social media? Is it your potential like future coaches and mentors and trainers? It's not. It's your friends, it's your clients, it's people that you're close with. Those are the people that you're more likely to engage with, like comment on their posts, like their posts, whatever. There might be people that you're following and you engage with a lot, like Tony Robbins or whatever. But generally speaking, the people that are in that 5% at best, 2% on Facebook, 2 to 3% on Instagram, the people that are in that pool are people that aren't even your ideal clients. The people that are already your clients, or people that are just business friends, or people that are friends with you for other reasons, or colleagues, or, you know, buddies of some kind. They're not even the right fit for your product. So suddenly the numbers go really lower, because it's like, oh, it's not even 5% the right people are seeing. It's like 5% of it, like how much, what's the percentage of the right people? So that's just in terms of seeing your post. Then you have an engagement rate, right? And I'm telling that's even worse. We're looking at like 0.5 to 1% of people are going to engage with your post. I'm talking about click on it to read it, linger on it, send it to a friend, comment on it, like it. There are many ways in which someone could engage with your post. But that's like, you're looking at 0.5 to 1% of your of people are gonna do that. Let's draw this out. We're gonna go 1,000 followers and we've got 100 leads. So followers being Instagram followers and leads being email list. And do you know what the average open rate is for an email? The average open rate, and this is very conservative actually, it can be a lot better than this, but the average open rate is 25%. And we said that on Instagram, we've got like a reach. So people that are going to see the post, we're calling it 2 to 4%, which out of 1,000 followers is 20 to 40 people. So let's call it 30 people to just be sort of averagely average. 25% of 100 leads is 25 people. You think, okay, well, actually, you know, we've got pretty much the same metrics here, which is interesting because 100 leads is a lot less than 1,000 followers. It's not necessarily easier to get 100 leads, because the difference is leads have said yes to something. You've offered something and they've given you their email address in exchange for the thing that you've offered, which means that they've taken a step towards you and they've said, I'm interested in your topic. So actually, even though we've only got 100 of them, these are 100 people that have said yes. The difference is to do with the fact that these are qualified leads and this is anyone. This is your mum, your neighbor, the friends at your kids' school. This is like people that you used to work with. These are people that are following you because they have the same industry as you and they just want to check out what you're doing. Whereas these are qualified people. So all of a sudden we've got 25% people opening and seeing that message. You're going to get a lot more results from that visibility on email comparatively to social media. And that is why we want to be using social media as part of the strategy. So many people are putting out social media content and putting out their promotions on social media and offering one-to-one calls on social media and offering everything on social media and just hoping that that is going to get them clients. And sometimes it does, but it's nothing in comparison to putting out promotions in front of a pool of people who are the right fit for what it is that you do, and they're qualified leads, and you can guarantee that they are going to be seeing it because you've got that 25% open rate. A quarter of people that are on that list are going to be seeing it. So social media is the beginning point. It's where you make the initial connection. But the purpose of social media is to build your email list. How can I use social media to get people off of social media and onto my email list so that I can massively 5x? It's more than 5x. We go from 5% up to 25%, but the 25% are the right people. And that is massive. Now, for those of you that have got an email list, that is brilliant. You're doing that, you're building that. If you're not building an email list yet, then it needs to be on the list of something that you do next. Like, it really does. And I was shocked when I came into teaching marketing I was in a marketing education company where there was a very simple, straightforward way in which we were taught marketing. And then I stepped out of that into like the networking world, and no one was email marketing. In fact, I said to someone once, have you got an email list? And she went, oh, this is my email list. And she pulled a drawer out and showed me. She had a drawer full of like 600 business cards. It was insane, the amount of business cards she had in this drawer. I was like, what, how are you using those? Like, what are you going to do with those? That's like, it was like a full baby tree, like chopped up and stored in this drawer in her living room. And it's just absolutely crazy. The leverage that you're going to get when you start building your own email list and having those subscribers. I'm going live every week to bring you a marketing strategy of some kind. I'm about to give it to you, by the way. I've just set it up so that you understand the purpose of it and the points of it. But the thing is I've decided that after every episode, because I'm absolutely nuts, I've decided I'm going to give you resources that are going to help you to implement every strategy. So I'm going to create a PDF or flowcharts or visuals or checklist, and I'm going to create steps, and I'm going to give you templates, etc., to basically take that and implement it. Now, look, we're on day one, week one of this being a thing. Like, I want this to become the most powerful free marketing resource there is on the internet. And what I've decided to do is, because it's going to take me an hour or two to create the resources, maybe not, I'll probably get really quick at this stuff, but it's going to take me some time. Like, I need to be able to justify it. So this morning I was like, what if I just throw together like a school community? It'll be like £4, not even quid, $4 a month. I'm going to keep it like super low, like $1 a week to be a part of it. And it's just the resources at the end of every episode. I'm going to create swipe files, templates, everything you need to implement each strategy. I'll put a free trial on there that's 7 days, which means that I will get the resources in there by the end of today, and you can access them for free. And if you're like, do you know what, I want to be a part of this thing and stick around for weekly marketing strategies from Cordelia and her friends, then go for it. Like, come join us, stay on, and it's going to enable me to feel like I can justify spending an hour or two making all the resources for you every week off the back of these episodes. It's empty, there's nothing exciting inside it, and it's free to join right now. But by the end of today, there will be all the resources to get you started with email marketing. If you're not yet, I'm going to create a 7-step process for you to just follow, to just get set up and implement this strategy that I'm going to share with you just now. Right, so look, it's all very well me telling you that you need to get people off of social media and onto your email list. But the problem is there's quite a lot of building involved, because the truth is that in order to test a lead magnet, which is a thing that you're going to give in exchange for an email address, in order to test that, what you need is you need to build a landing page. In order to build a landing page, you need a landing page software. And in order to do that, you also need a domain that you're going to put it on. So there's like 3 big technical things that you need to figure out before you've even got started yet. Landing page and software and domain sorted. Then you need email marketing software. You need like set a CRM up. And then once you've done all of that, you go, right, now what's my lead magnet? What's going to be the thing that I put out there to get people onto my email list? And so that takes a bit of testing and a bit of tweaking. You might not get it right first time. You might build this whole funnel being landing page, thank you page, welcome email. That is literally a funnel. And that's as simple as it needs to be. You might build that funnel and then go, oh, well, okay, now my lead magnet, okay, I'm going to put this out there, and then no one signs up for it. You just wasted shitloads of time building a funnel that was kind of didn't funnel anyone anywhere. So we want to essentially test things and build things as we fly. So I want you to come up with the top 5 burning questions that your ideal clients have. You can do this yourself, or you can rely on good old GPT friend or Gemini, or there are other AIs available, your favorite AI fellow, and come up with what are the top 5 burning questions that people ask me all the time. Like, what is it that people are searching for? What are they thinking? What are they needing? What are they asking? Those top 5 questions. And then you've got, like, there are two strategies in one here. The first thing is you put out a poll with those 5 questions, and you say, guys, if I was going to put together a guide, a full start to finish guide on how to do something, which of these guides would you want? And you put your 5 burning questions. Now format them in the form of a title of some kind, like how to, instead of it being how do I, turn it into how to. and put those 5 things there in the form of a poll. Now, what that does is it gives you indication of interest without any request of commitment. So it's very low friction, but it gives you a load of people that have stated they are interested in something. Now, the result might be interesting. You might not expect it to be the thing that they all choose. My client did this the other day, and it was the one that was like, I think 72% was the one that we thought wasn't going to do well. It's like, God damn it. That's why market research is so important, because otherwise we have market imagination, which isn't always accurate. So putting out that poll is going to give you indication into what it is that people want. You've then got however many people that have voted on a poll that we can bolt onto this strategy and go, God, how can I leverage that? I've got DMs that I've sent people to get them booked in for calls just off the back of that poll. That's great, isn't it? Now we're getting bloody sales calls booked in before we even got leads. So, but keeping this simple and not making it too over the top. We've got a poll and we've got an indication of which of those 5 questions are the most burning for your audience. So we've gone from imagination to market research. Then what you can do is you're going to put a post out that is literally just one of those black posts. And if you go to my profile on Facebook, my personal profile, you'll see that I did this the other day. I put a little black post out with white writing on it. And it says, I'm making a guide on how to launch a live podcast. Do you want it? And then in the comments, you've got people saying yes. So if people say yes, you can then reach out to them. And this is before you've even set up an email marketing CRM, created a landing page, a thank you page, whatever. Like, you can just basically reach out to them and say, I'm going to be sending this out via email, and add in any GDPR quotey bits that you need to add to make yourself compliant, to let them know that you're going to add them to an email list without putting them off. Like, get the balance right between being compliant and putting them off completely. But send a message and say, ping me over your email address, basically, and I'll send that out to you as soon as I have it. And now you just need to go make the thing. And hey, that is easier to create than it's ever been before. Like, you know your topic, you know what those steps are, you know what that resource needs to entail. All you need to do is speak into AI for like 5-10 minutes and get it to create that for you, and then put it into Canva, make it look pretty, and boom, you've got this thing that you can give to them. But you have their permission now to add them to your mailing list. If you do that today, you could have 5 to 10 leads to add to your CRM by the end of today, just by putting out a little black post with some white writing on it that says, do you want, I'm making this guide, do you want that? Now, you could just go straight to that without the poll. If you're like, I know my people want this thing here because I have market research and I have the experience, I know what people want, I speak to them all the time, and I know what they need, then go for it. But if you don't, and you want to create a poll to just get a bit of market research so you know you're barking up the right tree, then you can create the poll first. And hey, you could even create all 5 bloody things. Like, let's say you get 10 people vote for one thing, and 20 for another, and 15 for another, and 60 for the next. Make the one that gets 60 votes first, right? But you could make all of them. You could definitely make all of them. But it's obviously, it's up to you. Has anyone got any questions?
Yeah, I have a question.
Oh, go for it.
When you make a guide like that or some sort of lead mag, is that something you'd only share with new people that you're adding to your CRM, or would that be ever something you send to your current list?
Well, I'd send it to the current list because it's value and it's valuable, and why not? But the purpose of it right now is just to get people signing up, right? So I'm going to use it as a lead magnet, but for sure I'd go to my people that already sign up and be like, hey guys, just made this resource. Here it is if you want it. Like, but I'd probably be more strategic at that point and be like, how can I utilize that to get people booking in for calls? So you've got different people in different parts of the pipeline in terms of how warm they are. You've got, those that are on social media. All you're trying to do is get them to come onto that list because they're going to self-identify as being the right fit for your business, for what it is that you do. And so for that reason, putting it out on social media to get those leads, like that's enough right now just to get those people signing up, because their goal was to get leads. But then the next step is, oh, okay, well, they've signed up, they're interested. Like, how can I now get into conversion? If you're going to send it out to those that are already on your list, I would already be thinking about conversion at that point. It's really good to give like valuable stuff away because it builds relationship, etc. And you can definitely share it with them. It's just that I would just tie it into sort of like the next step immediately, because they're more likely to take that next step at that point.
Great. Thank you.
You are welcome. And thank you for being here. You are now like founding members of this here thing. If you want to come again, I would love to have you. And I am going to go create the resources to go with this and then shout about them. So you'll find them in that little school community. It's been great to have you, and thank you very much.